It was a lame excuse. But anyway, so when she was a senior, she asked me, because I was a year out, she asked me, and so I went to the prom twice with her.
With Tammy?
With Tammy. With Agnes.
With the Tamarator.
Oh
It was my
God.
prom story,
You know
and
what?
she didn't turn out to be a lesbian. So I don't. So just to dispel any rumors on the streets, there you go.
I love how you're segueing.
I know. I was even thinking, what a transition.
What
There
a
you go.
transition!
Woo!
Wait, Allison
All right.
Bowman? Is that who thought of the lesbian story?
She, no,
Not-
she said that he told the
Not in
story
any
last
way
year.
related.
Oh, Allison Bowman. I'm in.
On any.
Really? Oh.
She was not.
So
I'm settling. Yeah. Sorry. I don't want to sit in the front. That's too intimidating.
Whatever. You've already heard part of it, so it's not like.
Yeah,
it's
I'm-
the other day.
He was a reverend in Footloose.
And he thought it sucked. I'm
And
Oh, sorry. Just hang
is it filming already?
Yeah, but it has like 40 minutes of
It's like pop out.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to hear several, and I do want to tell you, sorry Shelby, I'm just going to say it, I do want to tell you that you're going to hear a lot of things today that may challenge you, okay? You need to be respectful, listen, take it in, avoid whispering to one another, jotting down notes, all that kind of stuff. Just take it in, be open-minded about stuff, okay? All right.
This country seems to be founded on one thing alone: oppression. We came in from England, especially, and took away the land from the Indians, the natives of this land. We took away their rights, and we took away their freedoms. But it goes much further than that. Oppression went back, especially for Christians. They actually had to come up with the Jesus symbol, the Jesus fish. So they knew it would be okay to practice their religion here from the Jews. It seems that every group you can think of, whites, blacks, Christians, Jews, Mormons, have all been oppressed some way, somehow. But today we look back and we go, oh, we wouldn't do that. That's not right. But what about the gays? I can already hear some of you snickering. I already know. I understand that you may not agree with it, but we're still oppressing a group of people. Today, in 2009, there are only 4 states that allow gay marriage. In Florida and other southern states, it is illegal to sign a lease on a house or co-sign a lease for an apartment, get health care. And in Canada, a 16-year-old kid was refused, could not give blood because he was gay. He had already cleared himself and that he was fine, but they turned him away because he was gay and that he had AIDS. He didn't. He was healthy. But they turned him away simply because of his sexual orientation. You would think in this day and age that we're much more progressive, that we've learned from our mistakes in the past, especially with the 60s, with blacks, or in the 1920s when women finally got the right to vote. And we thought we first got the right step in the direction with California. In May 15th of 2008, the Supreme Court of California overturned the state's ban on same-sex marriages. The 4-3 decision took effect on June 6th. Proposition 8, which you guys probably better know as the "we're not allowing gay marriage here anymore," was put on the November ballot of the same year. That's 5 months later after they got the right to get married legally. It may not sound like a big thing, especially to us who are not thinking about marriage, but having that basic human right to get married, to express your love with the person you feel so much for, and to be a part of each other with a ceremony, means so much to people that they've been fighting it since the 70s. And within 5 months, 52% of California said no, we don't like it. Simply because their religion didn't like it, or their parents didn't like it, or simply because they were closed-minded. Let's be honest here. We know kids at the school who hate blacks, who hate women. They think that women shouldn't get to vote. They don't think that women are as smart as men. Hate Mexicans, whatever. Fill in the blank. But does that mean that it's okay to take their rights away, their basic human rights to get health care, or to get married, or to own housing? The Army doesn't even let gays in. If you are found out to be gay in the Army, they get rid of you. It doesn't matter that 1,200 or so Arab translators got kicked out of the Army when we desperately needed it in our involvement in Iraq right now. It doesn't matter that they're highly qualified, that they went to Stanford, or they went to many other colleges that gave them great degrees, that we're letting in criminals, ex-cons, people with lower health standards than they really should be letting in, over the gays, who are more than qualified for the job, but they're not allowed in because we don't like their sexual orientation. Desmond Tutu of South Africa said a very powerful quote about oppression. He said, "God is omnipotent, all-powerful, but also impotent. God does not dispatch lightning bolts to remove tyrants as we might have hoped he would. God waits for you to act. You are his partner. God is as weak as his weakness of his partners, or as strong as the morally strongest." You may not agree with it, and I'm not asking you to change how you feel, because that would be wrong. I'm asking you to respect them and possibly move beyond your own bias, move beyond your own selfish feelings regardless, and maybe give another group the basic human rights. They're not asking for too much. It's not like they're asking for more than just doing what you guys do. Getting married, moving in an apartment of their own when they get older. For those who are going to college this fall, imagine if you were turned away to buy an apartment simply because you had the wrong hair color, or you were too short, or you were too tall, or fat. But simply because they're gay and you just don't agree with it, it's okay. I don't know how many of you knew about this, but earlier this year, Taylor Calico was jumped in a QFC parking lot and was put in the hospital for a couple of days. And nobody did anything. I even heard people laugh that, oh, he deserved it because he wears high heels, he wears makeup, he wears shirts that says I'm gay and I'm proud of it. Why are we excusing ourselves to say that's okay simply because he does XYZ, that he wears XYZ? Why is that okay? That one person, simply because he dresses different or he does different things, that it's okay that he gets beaten up and those people shouldn't be brought to justice, that people laugh. It's not. And let's take the gay out of the equation. If it was something else, would we be okay with it? I think no. And I hope that the rest of you do. But hopefully, with all of us, maybe we can push aside our feelings, push aside our religion for 2 minutes, and give another group of people just the basic civil rights. Thank you.
Hey, so that was an example of a speech that I do for speech and debate. I kind of made it up on the top of my head, but I think it's a prevalent issue, and I do want to stress that you may not agree with it or whatever, and I understand, and I respect that. So, that's that, and I do want to tell you that I have a degree of merit at the National Forensics League. I am a part of the National Forensics League, and I have my own little card, and it's downstairs because I want to get it laminated. Oh my god! That's such a big thing, and I've only gotten it in 2 tournaments, so that's huge. So I cried a little bit today. So that's my video, and yeah, I know I'm gonna get punished. Caitlin, you gotta get creative. Alright, love ya. Ciao!